What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy Wormy, and it's Acolyte Day. Oh yes, that is. And as of recording this video, I've already recorded my Acolyte episode review, and my god, it was horrible. But there's some good news when it comes to the Acolyte, some really fantastic news. And it comes down to this right here. From That Park Place, new viewership data for The Acolyte confirms Star Wars fans are abandoning the franchise. And that's not all that it confirms. So the Nielsen data came out. And as you can see it right here in the Nielsen data, which, by the way, Doctor Who never once charted on the Nielsen data, but hey, The Acolyte did. It came in at number 7 on top streaming within the original category, and it had 488 minutes viewed within its first 2 episodes. Well, 488 million minutes viewed, to be quite honest with you. I always leave out that little million, my bad. And what does this mean? What does this mean? Well, it means that nobody watched the episode at all. And you can have Disney running around saying 11 million people watched it. Oh, this billion people watched it. The reality is, no. No, because we come over here to this particular tweet right here from bestspinbulletin.com. The Nielsen numbers came out for The Acolyte today. It had 488 million minutes watched for the first 2 episodes. When you divide the mins by the runtime, the Disney Netflix method, it gives us 6.4 million views, not viewers. The show only had 6.4 million views. And when you rank it among all the other, except for Mandalorian, I don't know why Mandalorian isn't on the list, but all of the other shows, Kenobi, 11 million views. Boba Fett, 10 million views. Ahsoka, 8 million views. Acolyte, 6 million views. Andor, 5 million views. That is phenomenal. And I wonder why this is happening. And I wonder why. It's not like we have things like Star Wars The Acolyte actress Amanda Stenberg claims to be victim of racism, releases cringe song on Juneteenth to virtue signal. It's not like we have a bunch of like social justice activists and all this identity politics shoved into the show everywhere, and all you've ever seen in the promotional material is about that. Heck, because how awful the show's been received and how horrible it's doing, Amanda came out here and made a video. Or Mandela. I keep forgetting the law. Okay. Yeah. She made that video trashing us, attacking us, saying that we're all hateful, racist people for disliking the show. Well, not only did she go out there and do that, she recently went on The View. The Acolyte actress Amanda Stenberg condemns individuals sending her alleged death threats, but says she welcomes criticism of the show. She did this all on The View, and we're about to react to that. It was a 3-minute segment on The View. She brings up all this hateful stuff, but has no evidence of it. We actually have evidence of the contrary. All we've ever seen from Lucasfilm is hateful, hurtful things that they're saying towards the fans and the audience. But okay, you welcome criticisms of the show. I wonder how you guys are reacting to the fact that you're the second worst watched Star Wars show in the history of Star Wars shows. But let's see. What did you have to say on The View? Shout out to My Nerdy Home for getting this. Okay, 3 minutes. Let's see what she had to say.
Now, with the light and the dark that we're seeing
Absolutely.
in our country. And let me ask you this. Unfortunately, the success of this show has made you a target.
Show's not a success. Barely anybody actually knows what's going on, and barely anybody actually reacts to Amanda Stenberg outside of saying that she's a horrible actress. But okay, let's see where they're going.
By some in the right wing for the...
Some in the right wing. It's pretty much universal that this entire show is panned and horrible.
Inclusive casting, which is something Whoopi talks about all the time. You have received horrific racist backlash, including threats, and what you call intolerable racism. That is
racist backlash, intolerable racism. What? Legitimately, what? I have not seen any of that. Point it out. Let's see it. Let's hear it. I want to know where this is coming from. But okay, let's let her cook, guys.
Is your quote. Can you talk about that a little bit, and what has that been like?
Yeah, absolutely. And I really appreciate you giving me the space to speak about it. It's been very painful for me. It's not something that I think you can emotionally prepare for. And we welcome criticism of the show when it comes to storytelling or performance.
Well, that's the main criticism I've ever seen. Storytelling performance. You're a plank of wood. Leslie Headland's wife's a bigger plank of wood. The story is completely idiotic to begin with. All you guys have ever focused in on is, yes, the inclusivity and the diversity, but that's the only thing you focused in on. The actual storytelling itself doesn't make sense. I have no real reason to care about any single character. May have all of her motivations don't make logical sense. Osha just magically becomes evil after one little speech, and look at Sumdun's ding dong. Where am I supposed to be going with this? I don't understand the story, and it's horrible. It's just heinous. But let's keep her cooking.
But when it comes to death threats, horrific, violent, racist language, it's unacceptable to me. And I've had to think really deep and hard about when you display discipline and when you display honor. And I guess what I mean by that is when do you decide to utilize discipline to not engage in a reactive way to hatred? And when do you decide to engage in honor by honoring your values and your belief system? And in this case, I decided that was the most important thing to me.
Where is any of this stuff? Where are the death threats? Where is any of this heinous racist actions? Point it out. The moment they get death threats, that's going to be all over the internet. Frickin' Lucasfilm will be plastering that everywhere. Disney would be showing that everywhere. All the racist comments, they'd be all over the wall saying, look at all the stuff that they're receiving. Look at everything they're dealing with. Oh, the horrors. Oh, the toxic fan base. Where is it? I haven't seen it once. Haven't heard it once. All I've ever seen is Lucasfilm, Disney Star Wars fans attacking everybody else for not liking this show. Calling them all sexist, calling them all racist, calling them all hateful people. That's all I've ever seen. Where is this racisms and death threats? Where is all this action? I don't know. And then we have to figure out when to be honorable and when to be above it all and decide which ones it is. Guess what she chose to do? Make a diss track. And she promotes her diss track. And she admits that it was a diss track. That she was attacking Star Wars fans. That's what it was.
To be vocal, because I think that silence can send a message as well, and inaction can be very dangerous.
It can be very dangerous.
And so I dropped a diss track.
That's what I heard, as one does with musical ability.
I dropped a diss track about it, and there it is.
Oh God! Oh God! No! Don't make me go through this again. Don't make me deal with this again. Please, no. Not again. She can't dance. She can't do anything right. But I'm supposed to accept her? No.
I love that.
My goodness.
And it's called Discourse. And it really is about, of course, what I've been experiencing, but it's also just about the divisiveness of the culture and how difficult it is for all of us now to navigate information in this new era. It's so difficult to tell what is true, online, and these online algorithms, they shape
What is true on the online and all these online algorithms? Wait, what are they sharing?
our realities and our thinking, and clickbait journalism and these algorithms also profit from our rage and our hate.
Yeah. Somewhat true. Clickbait journalism. You know who does clickbait journalism and reactionary journalism and has profited off of all of your guys' emotions the entire time? mainstream media, the news, CNN, and 9/11 happened. How many times did they show that footage over and over and over again? War happens. How many times did they show war over and over and over again? How many times do they use that clickbait over and over and over again? How many times do they lie? How many times do they misrepresent the facts? How many times do they do this over and over and over again to get your clicks, to get this, to get that, to get that? Oh, get that sweet, sweet money. Comes from ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, Fox, all of them. They all do it. Each and every last one of them. So, are you calling them all out? No, you're only calling out the YouTubers. You're only calling out the fans. You're only calling out the people that are engaging in clickbait and being honest about what they actually feel and think, and are telling the audience, hey, it's bad, but no, you guys can't be doing that, but it's A-okay to watch the media do all their stuff.
Hatred. And I feel like that's something we are aware of, but we don't necessarily have enough discourse or infrastructure around because it's so new.
Yeah.
It's not new. It's not new. It's been around for years. It's been around since probably earlier than 9/11, to be brutally honest with you guys. It's probably been around a long time. I mean, heck, during World War II, loose lips sink ships. Why don't we stretch the truth a little bit and do some clickbait journalism? I mean, come on. Come on. It happens all the time. And it's so new, and they profit off of hatred. They've always done it. Welcome to the internet. Welcome to the internet. But your side is the morally superior side, right? Is that what I'm led to believe? Oh, what does Whoopi have to say?
Discipline. It takes a lot of discipline to you talking about ignoring. The first thing I'm going to remind everyone watching is that her character is fictional.
Okay, and she's fictional. She's not real. I still get to call it out as being a garbage character. I still get to talk about it, about how her character's not good, how her characters aren't good, don't make sense, don't make logical sense. That's called criticism right there. I don't like her character. I don't like the person she plays. I don't think Amanda Stenberg is a good actress. That's called criticism. So she's allowed to take criticism, but she's not allowed to take criticism, guys, because she's a fictional character.
Yeah.
Right.
So the fact that you are responding to this fictional character as though you were having dinner with her and she changed overnight for you.
Yeah.
That's called fandom. That's called being a fan of something. You know, something that Whoopi, I thought you would understand, considering Nun and Nun 2 and all those movies that you've been a part of. Actually, Whoopi, you should fundamentally understand this. It's not like you were in Star Trek, where fans are all over the place and fans love your character. It's not like that's a thing. It's not like that ever happened. And fans liked your character and responded to your character. That's called being a fan of something. And oh, look at Amanda here. Look at that smug little smile, like, yeah, go Queen. Yeah, you're on my side and all this. Nah. This is all evidence as to why nobody likes this show. This is all reasons as to why everybody's been checked out of the show from the get-go. That's why nobody watched the original opening week. That's why nobody's been participating in it. And that's why people go to YouTubers and laugh at all this stuff, because the show's bad. It's just bad. There's no redeeming qualities of it. And every time there's a redeeming feature, guess what? They destroy it. They ruin it, because you're not allowed to have good things. You're not allowed to have nice things. So to watch Soul throughout the show, starts off a decent character, now he's an idiot and gets beat up by a Wookiee, while frickin' female Jedi boss lady gets to take him down in one hit. Awesome.
So always remember that the people who are yelling at you often are bots and not real.
That's true.
Oh my God. Hi guys, I'm a robot. I'm a robot. Actually, I didn't even watch this beforehand. We have actually more evidence to show that Disney has been going out and botting a lot of the projects and trying to pump up numbers on the projects. We have more evidence to show that all these mega corporations are doing that. Oh, by the way, this is ABC, owned by Disney. Interesting how they're bringing up bots here and trying to say they're just botting you. They're just attacking you via bots. Honestly, Disney has a lot of bots that they send out to try to promote the show and attack everybody going against the show. That's actually a proven thing right now. Interesting how this all comes out and how Whoopi, the only defense they have is you're a bot. If you don't like the show, guys, you're a bot. You're racist. You're hateful. You're sending death threats. You're a bot. They don't have any defense for the show. They don't. The show's that awful. I don't need to listen to anymore. I don't need to listen to anymore. And all you got to know with this show, nobody's watched it. This is just week 1. Numbers get a little bit of a boost because they put out 2 episodes at once. How do you think next week's going to do? How do you think the week after that's going to do? How do you think it's all going to end up? How do you think the finale is going to do? How is the drop-off going to be from the finale? From the beginning to the end? Probably going to be devastating. They're probably not going to be able to survive it. It's probably going to be some of the worst numbers that you've ever seen. And guess what? Instead of actually course correcting and recognizing, hey, we failed. You're just a bot. You're just a bigot. You're sending us death threats and no evidence of any of that. Actually, quite honestly, evidence to the exact opposite of it. But they always like to accuse us of doing what they're doing. But that's kind of how they are. They're all hypocrites and they're all awful people. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me get you guys thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put on a new video go live. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.